Sometimes, after divorce, people assume you're okay once things look settled. They see the new apartment, the fact that you're paying your bills, that you've established a new routine. They ask how you are, and they hope for a simple answer. I'm fine. I'm good. Because a simple answer means everything is back to normal. It means they don't have to worry. You're working, meeting deadlines, answering emails, contributing in meetings. You're performing the role that's expected of you, ticking off the boxes on your professional to-do list. It's a kind of armor, this productivity, a way to prove to yourself and to everyone else that you can still function. You're showing up. For coffee with friends, for family birthdays, for the obligations that fill a calendar. You smile, you engage, you ask about their lives. It's easier to focus on others than to answer the question you're avoiding yourself. But how are really doing? You're doing what needs to be done. The groceries, the laundry, the small mundane tasks that keep a life in motion. Each one is a small anchor to the present moment, a quiet act of self-reliance. You are tending to your world piece by piece, and on the outside it looks like you're fine. It looks like you've moved on, like the storm has passed and you've sailed into a calm harbor. But rebuilding doesn't stop just because life keeps moving. It's not a linear process with a clear finish line. It's more like the tide, coming in and going out. Some days you feel strong, capable, and clear. And other days, the undertow is surprisingly strong, pulling you back into feelings you thought you'd already processed. There are quiet moments when you're still figuring things out. The moments late at night, or early in the morning, when the house is silent. The moments in the car, between destinations, when a song comes on the radio. It's in these gaps that the noise of the day fades and the real work begins. The quiet, internal negotiation of who you are now, making decisions on your own. Not just the big ones, but the 1,000 tiny ones that you used to share. What to have for dinner, which movie to watch, how to fix the leaky faucet. Each decision is a small act of reclaiming your own life, but it can also feel heavy, a constant reminder of the space beside you. Learning how to feel steady again, like a sailor learning to find their sea legs on a new ship. The ground beneath you shifted, and you're relearning your own center of gravity. It's about finding stability, not in another person, but within yourself. It's a quiet, profound recalibration, and that's okay. It's okay that it's not all figured out. It's okay to feel strong one minute and fragile the next. It's okay to miss the familiar even while you're building something new. This is not a failure. It is a fundamental part of the human experience of change. Rebuilding doesn't have to be loud or visible. It doesn't require grand gestures or dramatic announcements. It's not a renovation project for an audience. It's the quiet internal work of mending. It happens in the moments no one else sees. It can be gentle. As gentle as choosing to make yourself a cup of tea instead of pushing through exhaustion. As gentle as allowing yourself to cry without judgment. As gentle as forgiving yourself for not being over it yet. Gentleness is a form of strength. It can be slow as a tree growing new roots. Healing doesn't follow a schedule. It unfolds at its own pace, in its own time. Rushing the process only creates more resistance. The most profound changes are often the most gradual. You're allowed to take your time finding your footing again. You are charting a new map for your life, and you don't need to sprint. You can wander, you can take detours, you can sit down and rest whenever you need to. This is your journey, and you set the pace. You don't owe anyone a timeline for healing or stability. Not your family, not your friends, not society, and not even the version of yourself you thought you'd be by now. Release the pressure of external expectations. Your only responsibility is to be true to your own process, wherever it may lead. If today all you did was get through the day, if you got out of bed, fed yourself, and made it back to bed again, that still counts. That is more than enough. Survival is its own victory. You're not weak for needing space. You are wise for recognizing your limits. Creating boundaries is an act of profound self-respect. It's how you protect the fragile, growing parts of yourself. You're not failing because you're moving carefully. You are being intentional. You are honoring the lessons of your past by proceeding with awareness. Careful movement is not a sign of fear, it is a sign of wisdom. You're rebuilding, and that takes patience. Patience with the world, but most importantly, patience with yourself. You are like a garden after a long winter. You cannot force the flowers to bloom. You can only tend the soil, provide water and sunlight, and trust in the process of renewal. So if no one has told you this lately, you're doing enough. You are enough right now in this very moment. Not in spite of your cracks and your quiet days, but because of them. They are part of your story now, and you're allowed to rest while you rebuild. In fact, it is essential. Rest is not empty time. It is where the healing happens. It is where you become whole again, on your own terms. So breathe, be still, and trust the quiet work your soul is doing.